The Kennedy men are celebrating underneath us in the stand somewhere, but we're now talking about the Ecosina Football Championship. The team news, I suppose, if you like, from Ilen Rovers is that John Wycherley is attempting to play at centre-half forward, but Donald Murphy has failed in his attempt to make it the starting 15, which obviously is a little disappointing for a real top-class clubman. It's David versus Goliath in every sense of the word. Nemo Rangers with 15 championships versus Ilen Rovers, who are yet to record their first. The referee has thrown it in. Joe Sweeney, the Rator, Frank Glenville, is in charge of this one. He has blown the whistle, and I think he's going to throw it again. Is he going to retake it? I'm not too sure, but he's more or less throwing in the ball again, and Faulkner Collins grabs it in the middle of the park and then lets it off down into the corner, and hopefully over there he'll be trying to find some player from the Ilen Rovers club. It goes off out over the sideline. The first line ball is accrued to Nemo Rangers, and the player going across there to take it is young Colin O'Brien, wearing the number 7 jersey. Really another star for the future. They've got them for the future, they've had them in the past, and they've really got them for the present. It's Alan Cronin wins it, lets it off with his left foot, hoping to find David Carney in the corner. He finds Carney. Carney's after slipping his man in. He's moving in with a lot of speed, and Carney has laying it outside. The first score of the game, surely from Kerrigan, and it's over the bar, and that score, a delightful move from Paul Kerrigan after David Carney slipped his man and got inside him and laid it off and over the bar, and a very good start to the game for Nemo Rangers. After a minute of play, the opening score from them. The Nemo Rangers team in goal, we've got Breen Morgan, the full back line, Niall Geary, the team captain, Derek Kavanagh and Brian O'Regan. The half back line, Gary Murphy, Gerard O'Shea and Colin O'Brien. The midfield partnership today, Martin Cronin and Modest McCarthy. The half forward line, Alan Cronin, David Niblock and Sean O'Brien. The full forward line, Paul Kerrigan, James Masters, and the man wearing the number 15 jersey who set up that score was David Carney. But here we're watching Ilen Rovers get the ball down the line, and the man that has it is John Sheehy. He lays it quickly as far as Conor O'Driscoll, and O'Driscoll, the tall 19-year-old, hopping the ball, may taking too much out of it, and then it was knocked away from him by David Niblock. The hand pass was gentle out as far as Alan Cronin, back to Niblock. Nicholas is on 45-metre line. He's brought to the ground there, taking a little bit of a knock, and Nemo Rangers have one possession, and Niall Geary stayed out over the line. A little bit of a skirmish situation after developing, and the free is out to Nemo Rangers, whether through the line ball, the pushing the back according to the Rator, and the ref is going to have to hold up play there because of an injury to one of the Ilen Rovers players, and knock in the chest there, and I'm sure that the first aid staff are going to have to come in really urgently in this one, because one of the Ilen Rovers men there taking a knock as he went forward. I'm sure it was Conor O'Driscoll, the right half back. The Ilen Rovers team, Gary Coakley's their goalkeeper, Shane Holland, Damon Duggan, John Sheehy, the full back line. The half back line, Conor O'Driscoll, Nemo O'Driscoll and Kieran Daly. The middle of the park, Faulkner Collins and David Collin. The half forward line, Finbar O'Donovan, John Wycherley and Edward Sheehy. The full forward line, Donny Duggan, Kevin O'Sullivan and Brian O'Sullivan. And after 3 minutes of play, the sides in this particular match is Nemo Rangers, who lead a point to no score, and there's a line ball after accruing to the Glenville men are having a meeting. The line ball, I'm sure, is going to be to Nemo Rangers, and taking it is David Niblock. The linesman here is coming under a little bit of pressure from the Ilen Rovers management. They're so disappointed about that one. They need a good start. They need everything going their way, and Shane Holland coming across there, but it's won by Niblock as Carney, and he plays it out, and a lovely ball worked in by Alan Cronin, and Cronin giving it to Sean O'Brien, who fits it over the bar, and that's the way they do it, over the bar from Sean O'Brien. The second score of the game. It's 2 points to no score, and without any shadow of doubt, David Carney is already causing a few problems. I would suggest you Jim Nolan in the corner forward position for causing problems for the Ilen Rovers defence.
Yeah, the first two balls, long balls, passing to David Carney. He won both. On the first occasion, he laid it back to Paul Kerrigan. He kicked a great score from out in the left wing. The second ball, kicked into the right corner. David Carney again came across, won the ball, put it ahead of the inrushing Sean O'Brien. He fisted the ball over the bar. A good start for Nemo, but they are playing with the breeze in the first half, Paddy.
Kieran Daly has gone in full back to take up James Masters. Oh, what a breaking ball in the middle of the park. Broke down by Faulkner. Into Donny Duggan. Donny Duggan up the line to Kevin O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan is on the sideline being surrounded by 3 players, but he the intelligence laid off to Edward Sheehy. Sheehy back as far as O'Sullivan on the 20-metre line. And what's O'Sullivan going to do with it? Has he got a left or right foot? He slips to the ground, but not before Finbar O'Donovan comes in and takes it and plays it deep into the corner to John Sheehy, or Edward Sheehy, and Edward Sheehy is fouled, and the first free into Ilen Rovers. They could do with a breakdown there. Faulkner Collins is limping around the middle of the park as well. It is a real big day for the men of Ilen Rovers, as we said, formed in 1973. But probably, if you think of Nemo Rangers back in 1973, they had only one title in the bag when Ilen Rovers were formed. Today, they've added, since that day, they have added 14 more to their lot. They lead by 2 points to no score. Kevin O'Sullivan to take the 13-metre free, and certainly it about 4 metres in for the sideline. He's kicking with his right foot from the right-hand side. Not an easy thing to do. And he sends it out for, did it go wide? I wonder it eventually did. And they could have done with that, and probably done with an awful lot more pressure on early on in this match. And Nemo Rangers starting so efficiently, Jim.
Yeah, good attack by Ilen Rovers though, Paddy. They played the ball down inside. They got a free. Unfortunately for Kevin O'Sullivan, it's too far out on the right-hand side for his right leg kick, with the ball across the face of the goal and wide.
Kick out will be coming from the Nemo Rangers goal ball. Breen Morgan from the edge of the small square. It is dropping just outside the 45, and underneath it is Faulkner Collins. It spills from him, but Ilen Rovers are in there now. Another line ball this time, and the linesman here is absolutely furious about this. And I notice the umpire is, the cornerback is furious because they reckon the line ball should be accrued the other way. But it's won back by Ilen Rovers, and he loses possession, and then David Niblock comes in, and Niblock has been surrounded by 1 or 2 3 or 4 players. He'll just have handled the ball on the ground, and Joe Sweeney here is going to take this free. The ball is with Kevin O'Sullivan. Kevin O'Sullivan coming to the 20-metre line, trying to get inside Derek Kavanagh, and did Derek Kavanagh foul him, I wonder? Not before they give the ball away as far as Conor O'Driscoll, and Conor O'Driscoll will give the ball out as far as the midfielder David Collin, and Collin lobs it over the bar, and that is a brilliant score by the 24-year-old Montall Sculler. Puts it over the bar. It's 2 points to 1 in the evening Ecosina Football Championship. And I know that probably, Jim, people all over the place would want Ilen Rovers to get off to a positive start.
Yeah, and that was a great move again. A quick ball into Kevin O'Sullivan, well held up by Derek Kavanagh, but he gave the ball to David Collin, who's moved in from midfield. But there was a super kick from the left-hand side into the breeze. Very good score.
John Wycherley, as I said, playing with the aid of a heavy strapping to his left knee. It's a big day for him and a big day for his club. Nemo Rangers come to this one a bit like Steve Davis and World Snooker Championship. They come and they see and they just simply conquer. And now it's Martin Cronin winning possession from them, trying to find James Masters. Trying rarely comes into when you're commentating a Nemo Rangers game. Masters winning possession on the 20-metre, 13-metre line, going into the corner, trying to get inside Kieran Daly. Daly shepherded him out for the moment. He's forced him out to the 20-metre line, but Masters still hold on to it, and then a lovely crossfield ball, and this could be dangerous, but it's not on this occasion. It goes out for the first wide ball of the game from Nemo Rangers' perspective.
Yeah, I think most people had expected Dean McDuggan to pick up James Masters, but Ilen Rovers have changed around. They've actually put Dean McDuggan on Paul Kerrigan and brought Kieran Daly back on James Masters.
The kick-out will be coming from the corner. That is Gary Coakley from the edge of the small square. He will be hoping that one of his midfield partners or one of his midfield players out there will find this one, but it's Kieran Daly taking up Masters at the moment, and we watch down at the other end. Kevin O'Sullivan is being watched by Derek Kavanagh. The principals are being well policed in the early part of this game, and outrighted now is David Duggan falls to the ground, but he gets the ball away, and it comes now as far as Edward Sheehy. Can he pick it up? I wonder. Sheehy can, and then he gives it to Kevin O'Sullivan. Kevin O'Sullivan motoring forward, and O'Sullivan soling the ball up, and then ball deep into the corner to Brian O'Sullivan, but it's too deep, I would suggest. Brian O'Sullivan coming to the 13-metre line, hopping the ball and then give it back as far as Tony Duggan, and Tony Duggan is coming in, maybe hoping to manufacture free, but not give out as far to give it to Brian O'Sullivan, and Brian O'Sullivan has the jersey tucked from behind, and an opportunity for a free taker to put this one over the bar. It's on the 20-metre line, it's on the right hand side, 4 metres in from the sideline, and who's going to take this one? John Wycherley is out there, and Wycherley is the player that's been asked to put this one over the sticks from the, as I say, the 20-metre line. There's the scoreboard, says 2 points to 1 before the pony haired John Wycherley puts this onto his left foot, and from his perspective he'll be hoping to find the target. If he does, it will be the biggest roar of the day, but it's a big ask for him. His back is to the end line before he turns inside. He kicks it in the air, but I don't think it's going to come down between the posts. We wait and see, does it? And the answer is that it is gone over the bar. And what a point by Johnny Wycherley. The sides are level in the evening Ecosina Football Championship final. It stayed so long in the air, I didn't think it would come down, but Jim, it did, and it matters, and it's 2 points apiece.
Great kick from John Wycherley from his heavily bandaged left knee as well, Paddy, away out on the right hand side. He took it from his hand straight over the bar. It looked as if the ball was going way out the left hand side, but it curled in over the bar for a super score from John Wycherley.
Kick out will be coming, as we said, from the goalkeeper. That's between the post, and that's been Morgan. Oh, lovely ball into the middle, but it's caught by Faulkner Collins. Faulkner Collins let it off straight into the hands though of Gary Murphy, the man wearing number 5 for Nemo Rangers. Gary Murphy give it to David Niblock. Niblock fall into the ground, and Niblock getting a free there, and John Wycherley fall into the ground. Wycherley thankfully picks himself up, no doubt carry a little bit of a limp because of the cartilage problem to his knee. Now we have the free, which has been taken by Martin Cronin from his own 65-metre line, and he will be hoping to find there's forwards moving left, right and centre over there, and one of them that moves the fastest of all is Kerrigan, and that's Paul Kerrigan. He's halfway between the 45 to 25 before he lays it off as far as, and the free is in to David Niblock. He took the pass at speed. According to the referee, he was grounded. Maybe not everybody in the ground would agree with that one, but the referee is in charge of him.
Yeah, I think that it was quite a good tackle, but I mean, as Sverre says, it depends on how the referee sees these tackles. Lots of occasions you wouldn't get a free for that party, but on this occasion Nemo have got a free in.
And when Nemo get a free, they have so many free takers out there, and I would imagine that Paul Kerrigan is the player that's going to be asked to take this one. He's already slotted one of them over the bar, that from play, but this one from a free just outside the 20-metre line, in a good position for a man who kicks the ball with his right foot from the left-hand side over there, and he's kicking it in to the Blackrock end, and he kicks it inside. Does he sail it over the bar? The answer is yes, it's over the bar from Paul Kerrigan. It's 3 for Nemo, it's 2 for Ilen Rovers in the Evening Echo Senior Football Championship final of 2007, and Johnny Holland brings in the Ishka to various players around the place, and we just want to say hello to a few people, and mentioning John Holland to his parents Paddy and Mary who are unable to come today, but I'm sure they're glued to radios down there in the deep west. We can tell you right now that it's 3 points to 2 in favour of Nemo Rangers. Couple of players that have come home for this match: Danny O'Driscoll back from Boston, and Alex Hooley, the midfielder who played in numerous games for Ilen Rovers, back from Australia for this particular county final. Faulkner Collins has been levelled out by the sideline, and he takes the free quickly. He's recovered, and he gives it to Finbar O'Donovan. O'Donovan trying to hold it inside to Kevin O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan thought about passing before he caught it, but he holds on to it, and he gives it over there to the far side of the field. Can it be got at the second time of asking? It is got at the second time of asking by Donny Duggan, and Donny Duggan tries to find Edward Sheehy on the 20-metre line to Brian O'Sullivan. The pass was too ambitious, and Martin Cronin is there to gallop it up and pick it up and play it out to his left corner back, Brian O'Regan. A good footballer going out the field, and he gives it to Alan Cronin right in the middle of the park, 8 metres in for the sideline, but he's been sacked at the moment, and surely that is not the greatest decision the ref has made, but it's a free to Nemo Rangers, and the free is already taken by Gerard O'Shea, finding Kerrigan, who's moved across and starting so well in this game, and Kerrigan put it onto his right foot. Is it over the bar? I wonder. It's kept in play by Gary Coakley, and that is really top-class football by the goalkeeper as he finds Faulkner Collins, and Faulkner Collins holds it up for a minute before he finds a player coming forward. It's one of those O'Driscoll brothers, the centre back, Liam O'Driscoll, and now they're coming forward. O'Driscoll takes a tumble, but he holds on to position before he gives it back down the line to John Sheehy, and John Sheehy trying to find his brother Edward over there. At the second time he does, but Edward Sheehy goes down to the ground. John Wycherley comes in and does a little bit of pushing, and the referee has blown the whistle, and he's awarded a free to the Nemo Rangers men. The free is in. Kerrigan is inspired and playing so well at the start of this match, but Diarmaid Duggan has got in and got the ball from him. This could be a little bit better from Ilen Rovers now, and the fist pass goes astray, and would you take it, and the whistle is blown once again, and David Carney's jersey was pulled from behind. It was an attempted clearance out by Ilen Rovers to win the stray. It's 3 points to 2 in favour of Nemo Rangers, and an opportunity now for Paul Kerrigan to put it over the bar in this match where they lead at the moment 3 points to 2, and we have 13 interesting first half minutes gone. Ilen Rovers not wilty at the moment, but certainly under a considerable amount of pressure before Kerrigan comes. He's already, as I said, slotted one from play, one from a free. Is he going to make it another from a free? I wonder. Well, we'll have to wait and see. He's definitely in form today, moving well inside on the forward line. He hits it off his right foot from the 20-metre line, and it's over the bar for another Kerrigan special. So of the Nemo Rangers score, Sean O'Brien getting 1 and Paul Kerrigan getting 3. They have 4, and Ilen Rovers are getting 3. Certainly they can't afford, no way in the world, Jim, Ilen Rovers to make mistakes anywhere in their defence, because Nemo Rangers have forwards all over the place. They're capable of kicking balls over the bar, particularly for free.
they have, and that's what Nemo are doing, Paddy. They're putting the defence under pressure. But you have to remember, Paddy, at this stage, Ilen Rovers are playing against the breeze, and they have quite a lot of possession, but they need to keep up with Nemo. Don't let Nemo open that gap.
Now who's going to win it over there and coming out? And we wait and see, and there's a free to Ilen Rovers. The free is already taken as they try to set up scoring it. They have the ball just coming to the 65-metre line, and then they give it to Brian O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan has it. He turns and slips to the ground, but he holds on to position, and before he gives the ball away to Faulkner Collins, Collins then walks it inside to Kevin O'Sullivan. Kevin O'Sullivan is making his way in along the end line, and he fists it across the post, and does it go over the bar? It does it over the bar from Kevin O'Sullivan, and Kevin O'Sullivan has slotted it over. It's 3 points to 4, with Ilen Rovers trailing Nemo Rangers after 15 minutes of the Evening Echo Senior Football Championship. And of course the ground conditions making a difference. I noticed that Jason Willie, one of the backroom staff, is in there just having a word with one of his players. They probably need a little bit more movement, but that's certainly with a good score by Kevin O'Sullivan. It gets him off the mark, and there's a point between the sides. The kick out is coming towards Alan Cronin, who gathers it and lays it off quickly as far as his right half back, Gary Murphy up the field. Was there fouling going on, and James Masters, the referee, said that he was being fouled, and the free is going to be in, and James Masters will probably take this one himself. Then a couple of players moving on, and the free to be taken. It's about 35 metres out from goal from the right hand side. That means the left-footed kicker, that is James Masters, is putting this one on the ground, and it's I would suggest about maybe 15 or 16 metres in, or a little bit more, 20 metres in from the open stance or the covered stand side of the pitch here. And an opportunity for James Masters. He's yet to get off the mark. He takes a shot, and he'll be taking a return pass. He took it a little bit too short, and the ball was booted out over the sideline over there by John Sheehy when the ball was drop shot inside as far as Alan Cronin. But it's a line ball now, and the line ball is about 40 metres out from goal, and Masters is taking it again, and he knows that he can drop it into the real danger area, and there'll be players running off. It's Alan Cronin who gathers it, soaring across the 45-metre line, and then make his way, and he's on as far as the 30-metre line. He hits it off his left foot, and it goes out for a wide Nemo Rangers ball, and it's still the scoreboard 4 points to 3, and Ilen Rovers will be pleased that they have settled down a bit, I would suggest, you, Jim.
Well, I think the game so far, Paddy, has been a 50-50 game. There's nothing in it. Nemo have taken their 4 chances, but Ilen Rovers have got 3. Very good score by Kevin O'Sullivan there. He took the ball probably 21 yards out by the sideline, but turned his man, went over and quite casually fisted the ball over the bar. So Ilen Rovers well in this game. Nemo looking very dangerous on the break. You can't afford to make mistakes against him. But they don't seem to be going for the kill so far. But overall, 4 points to 3 is a fair reflection on the game, Paddy.
As the ball is kicked out to the side of the field here, who's going to win it over the and Wycherley's underneath it. The referee has spotted infringement. Free to Ilen Rovers from their own 65-metre line. It's quickly taken, and it's in the hands now of John Sheehy, and the electrician is moving from 145. He's passing the other 45 right now, and what's he going to do? Lay it off, I wonder. There's a good bit of interchange there. Brian O'Sullivan has it right now. Maybe he should throw it across, and it's with Colin. Colin gives it to Edward Sheehy, and Edward Sheehy places it up in the air. It's going to drop down exactly on the 13-metre line. The ball will break into the hands of David Collin, and Collin is trying to turn inside. He holds it up and then plays the hand pass out, and the man that received the hand pass is Donny Duggan, who gives it to Brian O'Sullivan, and Brian O'Sullivan flicks it in, but straight into the hands of the cool baller that is none other than Brian Morgan, who gives it out to Alan Cronin on his own in line at the moment. It's 4 points to 3, and did the referee spot that? I wonder. I thought there was a push on the back of the Nemo Rangers man, or a push in the chest, but it's a line ball nonetheless to Ilen Rovers. We've got to these 18 minutes of this game. Remember, we don't have to tell you that when these two sides met a little earlier on in the championship, there was only 15 points between them. It's a little closer now. It's 4 points to 3 in favour of Nemo Rangers. The line ball is taken shot, one midfielder to the other, and back to the prince of midfielders down around Ilen Rovers territory. Gives it up to Brian O'Sullivan, but Brian O'Sullivan has the ball knocked away from him, and Niall Geary will come across. And did he put it out over the line? Niall Geary has put it out over the line. So there's a line ball to Ilen Rovers, halfway between the corner flag and the 13-metre line, as we look in to the City goal here, and an opportunity for Ilen Rovers maybe to drop it in around the danger area. It's dropped in around the danger area. There's a couple of them rising for it, and it's breaking into the hands of Edward Sheehy. Edward Sheehy is trying to turn around and kick it off his right foot, and he's equalised the game. It's over the bar from Edward Sheehy. It's 4 points apiece in the Evening Echo Senior Football Championship final, and down underneath us there are the management team of Ilen Rovers, made up of Flora O'Driscoll, Jason Willie and Dominic Casey, can be pleased enough. It's a good enough response. They've got the last 2 points, the sides are level, and I noticed that as we speak, Jim, that James Masters is receiving some sort of injury, but nothing major.
Yeah, a great ball across there from Kevin O'Sullivan. I think that Nemo were watching Faulkner Collins in the jump. The ball broke out over tree and he finished very well. I think Ilen Rovers will be very happy with the way they're putting the pressure on the Nemo back.
My apologies to Jim Nolan. The ball is being worked forward there, and Kieran O'Sullivan has it, put it onto his right foot. It's in the air. Will it come down between the flag? And it's a wide ball down there. It's a wide ball, and it was an opportunity, Jim, for Ilen Rovers maybe to go ahead.
A great opportunity, and they're doing very well, Paddy, out on the middle of the field as well, and they're not just letting Nemo settle down to play their normal running game. Kevin, he did everything right there, won a good ball, beat a few tackles, but when he went to tap the ball out of the bar, put just to the right of the post and wide.
The kick out is coming from Breen Morgan once again, and it's just say hello to a couple of people listening in Boston. Pat Holland and Kay McLaughlin are listening to us in Boston right now, but we can tell you that driving down the middle is Morris McCarthy from Nemo Rangers, laying it off to Sean O'Brien, and O'Brien back as far as McCarthy, and McCarthy puts it in the air and puts it out for a wide ball, and a wide Nemo Rangers wide receives a warm round of applause here. And of course the neutrals, well, I didn't tell you who they're rooting for. Sean O'Driscoll and Donal Lehan from Ilen Rovers supporters, but right now are in Perth, not Peru, as they're tuned in. It's 4 points apiece. They'll probably be okay about that. 20 minutes gone in the opening half here, and we see if there are any more positional changes on either side. John Wycherley coming beyond midfield, hoping maybe to block things up a little bit, and he waiting now for the breaking ball. Is there a breaking ball, I wonder? It is. It's breaking into an Ilen Rovers man, holding it up for the moment before it's released to Nemo Driscoll. Nemo Driscoll to Wycherley, and Wycherley lays it down the line to Dermot Duggan. Dermot Duggan to Daly, 3-7, and Kieran Daly, was he fouled, I wonder? Not before he poked the ball away, and I noticed that Ilen Rovers could be caught at the back right now, and there's a free in to Ilen Rovers. A free into Ilen Rovers, and I'm not too sure where that one came from. The referee was a lot nearer. I was looking over my shoulder, so let me apologise for the start, and apologise as well to the people of Grenada walking off the pitch last night after their most famous hours. Some fella tipped me at the back and he said, we ain't from Mayo anymore. The free is going to be in for Kevin O'Sullivan. Let me tell you, he said it with a little more purpose than that, as O'Sullivan kicks it. It's a straight and through, and Haran thrust on from Kieran O'Sullivan. Us, Ilen Rovers country, what a point. They're in the lead. And I was going to say, if they never led again, they led once against Nemo Rangers in the Senior Football Championship final. And I don't think that there's anybody left down there around Baltimore. They're all down. And the islands, you could, I say, clear them out as well. Shirkin and Hare Island. The kick out is on its way. It's 5-4 in favour of Ilen Rovers. And rising in the sky is none other. It's coming down to Wycherley. He's coming forward. He took a knock at the count, and but he had a lot of men there to take it away. Kevin O'Sullivan kicks it. He's under several pressure, and John Wycherley picks himself up. I know that he's in some pain, but he just simply gets on with it. There's no histrionics or anything like that about this talented young man, and how dearly he would love to see his side do well. But Nemo Rangers, they're the prince of teams. They're the teams that everybody measures their standards against, and certainly, Jim, it's close.
Yeah, and there's nothing so far. Ilen Rovers playing into the wind deserve to be ahead at this stage. They're 5 points to 4 ahead. They're playing Nemo at their own game. They're pressurising the Nemo backs. When they win the ball, they're moving quickly, and they're getting good scores.
What a breaking ball around the middle of the park. Once again, it's running onto it over there. It's Donny Duggan, and Donny Duggan to Wycherley. Up as far as Finbar O'Donovan. He was back in a former life, and today he's well operating at wing forward. He gives it to Conor O'Driscoll, the 19-year-old Scalara, and now he's on a further solo run up the field. What does he do? He lays it inside as far as Donny Duggan, and Donny Duggan, obviously a man who makes scores, and Kevin O'Sullivan has been the ball has been worked in, and it's out over the end line, surely. Not no according to Liam Cahill, a very efficient umpire down there. Reckon it wasn't, and Nemo Rangers are on the counter-attack in the person of Alan Cronin, but Cronin has been robbed, and Ronald Biggs wouldn't have done it as well. As Ilen Rovers come forward, the ball is played as far as Donny Duggan. Donny Duggan's pass, well, it left a little bit to be desired, we'll put it mildly. They're leading, Ilen Rovers are leading on the scoreline of 5 points to 4, but Nemo Rangers are on the attack, and it's Sean O'Brien running into it. O'Brien laid the ball off well as far as Gary Murphy, who gives it to David Nibley. Niblock, and Niblock drops it, is dropping straight into the hands of a waiting Ilen Rovers man, and Daly has it. Daly gives it to Faulkner Collins across the half-back line as far as Liam O'Driscoll, and there's another O'Driscoll outside, and so too is David Collin, and Collin's coming forward. He thought about passing to Wycherley, but he's gone for the 65, he's almost on the 45, and then he lets it down towards Kevin O'Sullivan and Derek Kavanagh. Kavanagh winning the battle on this occasion. Kavanagh going to ground. Kevin O'Sullivan, the judge, to push them in the back, and the free will be out to Nemo Rangers. It's already taken, and it's straight into the hands of Martin Cronin. He who ponders is caught, and Cronin comes forward from the 165 to the other, and then goes to the 45. Ain't nobody take him up, and a lovely ball across there to Kerrigan. Kerrigan is moving in to the D area, and did he hold on to it a fraction, I wonder? Not before he got it back as far as Cronin, and Cronin from 43.5 metres out lobs it in, but unfortunately for him and Nemo goes out for a wide ball, and there's an Ilen Rovers man down injured, but I think it's Faulkner Collins, and Faulkner, who's getting has a few bruises, has got a few belts. Well, I would imagine that you need 8 stretchers to whip him off this particular pitch right now. It's 5 points to 4 in favour of Ilen Rovers. There are 25 minutes gone in the first half, and the kick-out will be coming from Gary Coakley, the 28-year-old Garda, getting ready to do their business as Ilen Rovers people ponder and hope and wish and pray that maybe that today could be their game, that they only won. Remember, it's not too long ago since they were playing junior football. That is all in the history books today. Oh, what a catch in the middle of the park by the Nemo Rangers man as it plays back as far as Gerard O'Shea. Gerard O'Shea gives it to Alan Cronin. Alan Cronin to Sean O'Brien, and Sean O'Brien has been sacked, and Faulkner Collins has been tackled roughly there. The vet is on the ground, and the scrap has started, but this is only pussy bag stuff or pussycat stuff. John Wycherley is in there. He's a peacemaker of the highest order, and the veterinary surgeon is still down injured, and he surely is a lot more of a concern than anything else, as Faulkner Collins, the spiritual leader of Ilen Rovers, is on the deck at the moment as the referee checks his watch. He will stop the play, and the referee, Ger Sweeney from Glenville, just telling fellas to calm it down a little bit, as the man down injured at the moment, as I said, Faulkner Collins, and Kieran Daly coming out there. He's a word with the Rator, and he's a politician of the highest order as well, I'm sure. Faulkner Collins rising, and there'll be a cheer for that, and he ain't rising yet, and he's in some pain.
Yeah, I think what happened was there, the ball broke away from Sean O'Brien. He went to kick the ball on the ground. I think he just kicked across Faulkner Collins. The bit of a schmozzle party was very little, but the guy knows with the light going at half time. As I said, their forwards are putting the Nemo backs under pressure, and also their backs are coming out fast now, hit the Nemo forwards, giving Nemo no chance at all.
We're told that there's a bit of another belting match after developing here. Now we're going to see what the referee going to do. He's calling over a member of the Garda Síochána, I would imagine, and that right in there we have it now. It's settling up to be a right batch, and I tell you, St. Faulkner ain't found wanting when it comes to releasing one from the left or the right either, for all that matter. And there's a right little scrap guy on there. Morris McCarthy is in there as well, but I tell you, the end result is that Kieran Daly has been levelled here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and James Masters is getting a yellow card for his part in that. Masters gets yellow, and Kieran Daly gets up off the ground. James Masters goes over to check that he's okay. Well, I think he was checking that he's okay. Maybe I was a little bit over-ambitious in expressing the wishes and the thoughts that were going through the minds of the talented James Masters. Just to tell you that the power cut down in Mallow, but the station is operating off a generator, and hopefully there's enough diesel are put in that to keep it going for the rest of the afternoon. It's 5 points to 4. Ilen Rovers leading in the Cork Senior Football Championship, and we've gone to the 27 minute, but there will be a little bit of injury time, and the free is taken backwards from Duggan to Daly, and Duggan is coming forward. He is being sacked and being pushed to the ground, and again there's another little bit of a small mini skirmish going out there. These Ilen Rovers fellas are so dedicated to the cause, but let me tell you, they're playing a team that they give dedication and commitment and loyalty a totally new meaning, and that's the team from Nemo Rangers. The ball is being lobbed up towards Brino Sullivan. He's the team captain, and he tries to get the pass away, but maybe he will at the second time of asking, not because Sean O'Brien comes in, and Sean O'Brien has been pulverised and levelled, and another scrap goes out, and there's a real pushing match now. I'll tell you what's happening here. There's a number of them getting involved in the scenario around the middle of the park, and all the principals are in there. The referee is checking his watch. He's telling the umpire as to how much time is left in this one. Derek Kavanagh is having a word with one of the umpires down there, I'm not too sure what it'd be going on in that, but the line ball, the free is taken, and over there is O'Driscoll for Ilen Rovers. Can they keep it out? Ilen Rovers, Daly's going to go down and top it, and Daly has manufactured a free. He should open a factory for same, as he got that one on his own 45-metre line, and then he gives the free as far as Duggan, and Duggan took a heavy tackle there before he got the ball away. Well, he hasn't got it away yet, he's holding onto it. He can throw it back as far as the free manufacturer, and that's Kieran Daly holding it up a little bit and then cutting through the middle. He saw the opening, and Daly lets it off up the line. Now, there's a great race going on here, and Brian O'Regan, I'd imagine, has handled the ball on the ground, Brian O'Regan, but the referee didn't spot that one, and it's won by the player wearing 13 in his back, Donny Duggan, and Donny Duggan has been put to the ground. The referee is going to throw it in, and David Diblock is down injured. It's action all over the Páirc.
Yeah, Paddy, but the game has disintegrated badly over the last 5 minutes. I think up to that, it was suited, either who's going to suit it better, but both teams now seem to be contacted, pushing in, shoving. Suiting Ilen was fine when they were playing early on, but Nemo making very uncharacteristic mistakes, giving a lot of ball away. I don't know, Brian O'Sullivan, Kevin O'Sullivan on the ball now, Paddy.
Kevin O'Sullivan has taken a pass from Brian O'Sullivan, and the O'Sullivan brother returns it. Kevin to Brian. Karen thrust on over the bar from Brian O'Sullivan. What a point by O'Sullivan. What combination play. It's 6-4 in favour of Ilen Rovers. And what a first half we'd have. 30 minutes gone. Liam Cahill, the umpire, is calling in the referee. And we just wonder about the intellectual content of this conversation right now. It's the other umpires are joining in the act as well. The kick out will be coming from the edge of the small square, and the referee has a word with his two talented umpires in there. And let's see now, is he going to take any tap of notice of the man? Not too sure. It's 6-4 Ilen Rovers. Oh, he is now, and he's gone out and he's having a word with Derek Kavanagh. Derek Kavanagh is having his name taken in this particular match here, and a yellow card after being shown to Derek Kavanagh. I'm not too sure what happened there, but he looks in towards the two boys underneath the post. He said, okay folks, I know where that came from. The kick out will be coming from Breen Morgan. The Raytor of the goalkeeper on the ball is Cotton Edwards. She is running onto it. She left a check behind him, nearly ran out over the sideline, but not before he gave the ball back as far as Nemo O'Driscoll. And Nemo O'Driscoll, Kevin O'Sullivan has it now 45 metres out, and he played the ball down the line and is intercepted there by Brian O'Regan, and O'Regan is coming forward. Surely he's fouled. Well, if he's not fouled, who is? He is now, and the free to Nemo Rangers from between their 45 and 65. And the scoreboard says 6-4 in the Evening Ecosina Football Championship, and the ref there is having the words with David Collin, the midfielder from Ilen Rovers, and I think he's going to have some show some sort of a card to him. Yes, David Collin is now into the realms of yellow as the ball is being walked up the field to Alan Cronin. Alan Cronin is on the move. Good play by Cronin. Was he sacked from behind? I wonder. He's still holding on to possession, but he's well played over there as John Sheehan tries to take the ball from him, and so too is Shane Holland. Holland plays across his full back line. Do they get it out? It's Diarmuid Duggan. And let me tell you, anybody who has a half condition in Ilen Rovers, well, certainly they can forget about it now after that interpassing movement as Diarmuid Finbar O'Donovan goes down the line, trying to find Kevin O'Sullivan, but good tackling there, it must be said, by none other than Derek Kavanagh, and very close to the in-line, and a wide ball over there, a wide ball, and the referee, I'm sure he's called a half-time whistle. It's 6-4, Jim. It ain't pretty, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely, Paddy. Ilen Rovers, having played against the breeze, Paddy, had a fairly strong breeze down there, are leading by 2 points, and in fairness, they fully deserve their half-time lead. I think they've played a bit of football in the first half.
Yeah, as the Ilen Rovers team go to the dressing room, what a round of applause they get. Nemo on their way in as well. So Rory at half-time here. It was good in the first half. Maybe it'll be better in the second half. It's 6-4 in favour of Ilen Rovers. And for the moment, back to you in studio.
Many thanks again to Paddy Palmer and indeed to Jim Nolan. We'll be back there in plenty of time for second half action of the Evening Echo Senior Football Final. Nemo Rangers in action against Ilen Rovers. At half-time, it's Ilen Rovers 6 points, Nemo Rangers 4 points. Results from across Channel, the FA Barclays Premier League Football Final, where it finished Canavee 1 goal and 8, Kildare 9 points. Half-time in the big one, the Evening Echo Senior Football Final. Ilen Rovers 6 points, Nemo Rangers 4 points. I owe you racing results as well. Let's go to Galway. The opener was the 125. It went to number 12.
Journeys like no other. Visit Sony.ie. Dyson, the world's first bagless vacuum cleaner. The cleaner that never loses suction now comes with a full 5-year parts and labour guarantee. A guarantee that's available at all Floor Griffin expert stores. Reliable, revolutionary, and reinventing the vacuum cleaner. Dyson from Floor Griffin.
The County Senior Football Championship live only on Cork Sports Leader 103 FM.
Very good afternoon to you. Let's return as promised back to Páirc Uí Chaoimh we go. Second half action of the Eco College Senior Football Final, where the men from the West are leading the City men on a scoreline of 6 points to 4. Let's return. Your big match commentator is Páirc Palmer, and he's joined in the commentary box by Jim Nolan.
Welcome back for the second half. And the first action the referee did at the start of that second half, he hasn't thrown in the ball yet, but he's got a little bit of paperwork because he went in and he booked Shane Holland. I think he reminded him of some little indiscretion that he committed in the first half. Then a change in the Nemo Rangers team with Morris McCarthy and David Carney asked to take a break at half time, and Peter Morgan and Dylan Megan are the two guys that are in. And this certainly now the second half, 30 minutes of Gaelic football left between Nemo Rangers collecting their 16th title, or will it be Ilen Rovers collecting their first? It's on the way. The ball is with John Wycherley. He's the centre half forward from Ilen Rovers. He gives the ball quickly out as far as Conor O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll thought he was fouled there, but the referee says to play advantage. Then insisting in Gaelic football. He runs in with a little bit of trouble, but not before he gives it away to Finbar O'Donovan. O'Donovan drops it good, and it comes off the post inside when they could have done probably with a point, but it's gathered inside by Derek Kavanagh. Kavanagh's foul on the 20-metre line. The free will be out.
Order change in the Nemo team. David Niblick has gone to midfield. Derek Kavanagh has gone to centre back, and I think Brian O'Regan has gone full back, and Kevin O'Sullivan.
And Faulkner Collins gathers the ball right in the middle of the park, and we'll wait and see the referee. What's he at here? As he giving the giving the free to I presume to Faulkner Collins after all of that. Yes, indeed, that would be to be the case, as Colin O'Brien is just a foul. Faulkner Collins. Faulkner lobbied inside, and well, if he doesn't stop moving shortly, he'll have it taken about 20 yards out of it. The ball is breaking in. Can Kevin O'Sullivan run onto it? Not because of the inspirational walk of Gerard O'Shea, the centre half-back. Plays a lovely ball across the half-back line, where it's taken by Martin Cronin on his own 20-metre line. Gives it out as far as the new midfielder, David Niblock. Niblock back as far as Cronin. Cronin now soling and holding up. He's in the right half-back position, but he's after losing a couple markers, and he certainly will find a man throwing it across here, and the man he found was John Wycherley. Wycherley gave it as far as Liam O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll goes to ground. Wycherley comes in and does a little bit of pushing and shoving, and the ball is now gathered by Donny Duggan. These are all Ilen Rovers at the moment. It comes to Edward Sheehy. Sheehy, what's he going to do? The fist pass inside now, where it's taken by Liam O'Driscoll, or Conor O'Driscoll I should say. Conor O'Driscoll give it to Duggan. Duggan coming forward. He's the full back, and he's after being sacked, dispossessed, and the ball is taken away from him by David Niblock. Niblock coming out, and Niblock is fouled, and the free is already on its way down the line to Alan Cronin. Nemo Rangers starting with real purpose now, and it's close to the sideline here, where the ball is taken away, and underneath it is the ball coming to Dylan Megan, and Megan laying it off beautifully there, where he takes the return pass. He goes to ground. There was nothing illegal about that. Dylan Megan is on the ground, and Wycherley is trying to get it out. Picking it up is the young man in this good play as Alan Cronin waits on the pass. Sean O'Brien is outside him, and he gives it to O'Brien, and O'Brien is moving forward for Nemo Rangers. He goes to ground on the 20-metre line, and that is a free that Ilen Rovers will feel that they probably shouldn't have conceded early in the second half. And for his troubles, I noticed that the referee has decided to take the book out of the pocket, and Conor O'Driscoll becomes the latest addition to the paperwork in that pocket. The free to be taken by Paul Kerrigan, scorer of 3 first half points, 2 from frees and 1 from play. Shane Holland there telling the referee that the ball must be moved out a little bit, and we just checked the bench here underneath us. Are there any changes? The referee is being called out here by the umpire, or the linesman on this side of the field, and now Paul Kerrigan is allowed to take the free, place it on the 20-metre line. A little bit of booing going on around the place, and I'm not too sure that everybody agrees, and a couple of Ilen Rovers men rather irate there. I'm not too sure what the problem is, but one of them is coming to the linesman to tell him that the free is probably taken, maybe from the incorrect position. It's kicked by Kerrigan, and it's gone and thrown over the bar from Paul Kerrigan. His 4th point of the afternoon, 3 from frees, and there's just 1 between the sides right now, 6 points to 5.
Yeah, Paul, you know, the few yards that Paul Kerrigan took there were much more valuable than the few yards that Faulkner Collins took a while ago, I think, you know. But a free there, I think Nemo Rangers did attack them well. A few mistakes actually by the Ilen Rovers backs. The first time they made them, Dylan Megan broke through. Paul given out there was a free, and then a good score by Paul Kerrigan.
The kick out will be coming from Gary Coakley, the Coolbara, kicking it off the 20-metre line for the 5th time this afternoon. It's 6 points to 5 in favour of Ilen Rovers. 3 second half minutes gone. It's kicked in the air, a punch shot dropping right in the middle of the park. Faulkner's breaking it down, but only into the waiting hands of Peter Morgan, and Peter Morgan's lovely fist pass off as far as Alan Cronin down the line as far as Sean O'Brien. Can O'Brien gather it? I wonder he can indeed, and he lays it off as far as Martin Cronin. Cronin's fist pass inside where it comes to Gary Murphy, and Gary Murphy has been dispossessed at the moment, and away comes David Collin, the midfielder for Ilen Rovers. He gives it quickly out as far as John Sheehy, and John Sheehy a punt pass to the side of the field trying to find Finbar O'Donovan. O'Donovan will eventually go down and try and pick it up, and he falls to ground there, and the free is already on its way towards Kevin O'Sullivan, and O'Sullivan gathers it on the 45-metre line. He's almost to the 20-metre line. He's after getting inside. His marker is still moving forward, but he ain't got the ball anymore, and it comes to Brian O'Sullivan, and a kick from Brian O'Sullivan and over the bar from Brian O'Sullivan. The second point for the plumber at corner forward, and the team captain taking the repass from brother Kevin O'Sullivan, but certainly that was a good bout of play by Ilen Rovers. They're still 2 ahead.
Ball played quickly down the wing by the Ilen Rovers wing forward Finbar O'Donovan. Very well done by Kevin O'Sullivan. Took on his man, who's now Brian O'Regan. Got through. Kevin dropped the ball eventually, but the ball broke at the Brian O'Sullivan out on the right hand side. Super kick by Brian O'Sullivan straight over the bar.
Ball is breaking around the middle of the park. Who's going to win it right now? It's Nemo Rangers, and Martin Cronin has it. Cronin is moving forward. There's players around him, and John Wycherley comes from behind and tries to take the ball away from him, but fails to do so, but it interrupts him, and the ball is played out now where Cronin gets it back. Dylan Megan is there, but the pass is there, and Derek Cameron is coming in for a shot, but it's blocked, and not on the line, but outside the line by Diarmaid Duggan, and Duggan surely is dumped to the ground. The ball is coming out. Who's going to go in there? Wycherley puts his life ahead of everything else, but it's James Masters that has it, and as quick as a light he drops it inside, and there's somebody in the goal. Surely there's somebody in the square, and the free will be out to the goalkeeper Gary Coakley. Medical staff has been called for. The referee there, the 2 umpires are having a word with each other. Play will resume. The free has been taken, and the ball has gone out, and away come Ilen Rovers in the person of Edward Sheehy. Sheehy using the fist up the line to Brian O'Sullivan. Brian O'Sullivan very close to the sideline, gives it back to Sheehy. That was great play by him, and Kevin O'Sullivan has made a good run trying to get inside. His new marker is Brian O'Regan, and from 40 metres out drops it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. He'll be disappointed about that one. The scoreboard says 7-5 in favour of Ilen Rovers. We are 7 minutes into the second half of the evening Echo Senior Football Championship final, played on a showery day in Páirc Uí Chaoimh on the 28th of October 2007. Dylan Megan has possession for the Nemo Rangers men. He gives it to Derek Kavanagh, and Derek Kavanagh out the field now and coming into the game more and more. He gives it to Gerard O'Shea, the Minan Bridgeman, and O'Shea holds it and gives it back as far as Kavanagh. Kavanagh then is blocked down by the veterinary surgeon, who gets in there and makes the tackle. Falls to the ground, but going back to take the breaking ball is Gary Murphy. Nemo Rangers are lining up, and Alan Cronin takes possession between the 65 and 45. The fist pass to David Niblock is superb. Niblock then lets it inside. This could be a real danger. There's a Nemo Rangers man in the ground, but the man that has it is none other than James Masters. Surely he's tough from behind. He got the shot in, but I think the free will have to be taken, and an opportunity. Kieran Daly was the guy that was hanging off James Masters on that occasion. The free is injured.
Yeah, Paddy, I think James Masters got the ball, got inside his man, pulled back by Kieran Daly. I think Kieran is tying up his boots at the moment to make sure he won't be called over by the referee, but gets a black book for his troubles. James Masters are a very kickable free here at this stage. Nemo Rangers seemed to settle down a little bit better in the second half, but that was a good effort by Kevin O'Sullivan a few minutes ago. Dropped short. Nemo countered very quickly. A chance here for James Masters to bring Peter a 1-point game.
Yeah, the boots have been laced, and James Masters is about to take this free off the 13-metre line, 20-metre line, in a good angle from the right hand side for a left-footed kicker that is James Masters. He strides it gently, and it's caught in the line by Gary Coakley, and it let off for Ilen Rovers, and Liam O'Driscoll gets it out. O'Driscoll's coming forward. There's a small attempt in his life, but he finds the brother outside him, and the brother plays it back into Shane Holland, and Shane Holland across the 20-metre line, and away come Ilen Rovers. Wycherley, the talismanic funny haired wing forward, centre half forward is after making a run, and the man with the boots laced is outside him if he was to give it to him, but he ain't going to give it to him at the moment. He's after making a run from 145 to the other. Then he lays it off, and maybe now the Ilen Rovers, can they dare to dream as the ball is left outside as far as Edward Sheehy puts on the brakes, then he gives the ball as far as Kieran O'Sullivan trying to make an angle for himself, and Sheehy kicks it in the air from 42 metres out. Will it come in and will it go over the bar? It won't, and it's a wide ball. It would have been superb point for him if it did, and John Wycherley is certainly feeling the effects of that massive run down the middle there, but he ain't for giving up. It's 7 points to 5 in the Evening Echo Senior Football Championship final, played before a crowd of 6,095 brave souls here on a winter's day in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. The kick out coming from Breen Morgan. Yes indeed, it is Breen Morgan, and underneath it David Niblock breaks it down. Good play by Niblock, but it's won back there by Sean O'Brien, and Sean O'Brien plays it back further to Gerard O'Shea. Gerard O'Shea, the centre half back, gives it to Alan Cronin, takes a return from him, and they've brought the ball to the 45-metre line, and now O'Brien is carrying forward. He kicks it off the hand, or kicks it off the body of Conor O'Driscoll, and it's a line ball on their 45 and 65-metre line, and the man called across to take it is young Colin O'Brien, a real superstar in the making, this guy. Colin O'Brien looks up and he will see that there are players around the place, but the Teenies will read a little bit better, and it's Wycherley once again driving forward as if his life depended on it. Maybe it doesn't, then he gives the ball up the line where maybe Kevin O'Sullivan can get on the end of it. It's after passing him back, but he's gone back into the corner and he collects it. He's nearly on the end line. He has Wycherley outside him. Maybe he'll be forced to use somebody else, and he's forced to use Doug, and he comes back to Brian O'Sullivan, and Brian O'Sullivan gives it to Wycherley. Wycherley is cutting through and he puts it onto his left foot, but it's blocked down. But can David Collin pick it up? I wonder. Collin can pick it up despite the efforts of Alan Cronin, and he plays the ball back as far as John Sheehy, and John Sheehy lets it rip and lets it through, and it comes off the goalkeeper, but it's kept in play over there, and then a push in the back, surely Ray Tour, and no, the referee says to play on as Donny Duggan walks it out. Not Donny Duggan, but Finbar Donovan. It comes back to O'Donovan, and Donovan gives it to Kevin O'Sullivan, who plays it out the field as far as Liam O'Driscoll, who balloons it up in the air, and it goes out for a wide ball after a tremendous amount of play that has been really an energy sapping attack. Jim, the score remains 7-5.
Yeah, and I'll note had a chance there, probably they had 2 or 3 chances of taking another point. If they get another point ahead, they're going 3 points up, to be getting more difficult for Nemo to put it back.
Did you ever think that you'd hear language like that 12 minutes into the second half, making it difficult for Nemo Rangers, particularly when you consider the annihilation that took place earlier on in the campaign? But it's all Ilen Rovers right now. Well, maybe that's a little bit of an over-exaggerated state of play, and coming forward, he took a belt, and a supreme belt was Conor O'Driscoll, but he's a horse of a man before he gives the ball to Brian O'Sullivan. It's over the bar from Brian O'Sullivan. What a score by O'Sullivan from the corner forward position. But credit Conor O'Driscoll, what a horse of an operator coming forward there, and a fella buried off him and he stood his ground, and Nemo Rangers are forced to make another change, and coming into the side is the experienced Coveman. Mick Daly is coming in, and Nemo Rangers are making changes. Colin O'Brien, I think, is the player who's asked to make way, and Colin O'Brien has been asked to make way, and Mick Daly is in, who will introduce a real bit of steel into this Nemo Ranger defensive setup. It's 8 points to 5 in the Evening Echo Senior Football Championship final. The kick out coming from Breen Morgan. He lets it off with his right foot. They're rising down there, and the catch is by none other than Edward Sheehy. Sheehy, the Muntor scholar down in Skull Community College, goes to ground, and the ball is picked up and taken from him. I think there's going to be a throw-in between the Nemo 45 and 65 on the sideline, on the stand side of the field. No, I'm wrong. It's a free or a line ball to Nemo from that privileged position. As they stare at the scoreboard, it says 8 points to 5. The kick is on its way. Who's going to win it, I wonder? Well, I'll tell you who's going to win it is Breen Morgan, and then Morgan is sacked, and the ball is with Faulkner Collins, and a lovely ball across the field to the inspirational man that has lost possession, but he may get it back again. He doesn't, and now running onto it is David Niblock, who goes down the line, and this good play by Niblock as he gives it to Mick Daly. Daly goes to ground, but not before he gave the pass away to Niblock, as Faulkner Collins, I thought he fouled there, and would you believe Collins is bowling his way out. Collins has been fouled in the right corner back position, and Collins has been laid out, but believe me, you Lazarus may have difficulty getting up, but Collins in for falling down. He's injured, no doubt about that. He will rise from this one, and what an inspirational individual this guy is. Laid out at the moment, right on the 20-metre line, and they're calling for first aid. It would appear that they are looking for some sort of inspiration out there too. I can see the selectors and people that are in charge of both sides. They know we're reaching a crucial stage of this match, coming to the halfway stage in the first half, and in that halfway stage the men of Ilen Rovers are leading on a scoreline of 8 points to 5.
And deservedly so, Paddy. You know, since half time they're still controlling the ball very well. They haven't panicked. They're like a very experienced team inside here. You can hear the roar there, and Collins gets back up. He made a great interception there, burst out with the ball and was fouled. He's going back out to the middle of the field now.
Faulkner Collins has risen as we thought he might, and Daly takes the free to him just to check. Oh, he misses that one, and the ball is picked up by David Niblock. Niblock is moving in, still driving forward, and Niblock will kick it off his left foot. It will go off out for a wide ball, and it is a wide ball as a Nemo Rangers man was dumped unceremoniously out over the line, and we will await for the kick out. The Gary Coakley, the goalkeeper down there, is in no particular hurry. There was a ball behind him in the back of the net. He decided to put that flying in the opposite direction before the real ball came back, and he's now placing it on the tee. Nemo Rangers, they're fair in it today, or not their fair in it, but their selectors. Efi Fitzgerald is the team manager. Eddie Kerwin, Sean Hayes, Timmy Dalton and Colin Murphy are certainly in the process of rejigging a rethinking about what a catch by Dylan Megan in the middle of the park. Megan is fouled, and then a free to Nemo Rangers between 45 and 65. It's already taken as they try to find Masters. Masters has been well policed by Kieran Daly. I'll tell you a good story about if you were stuck in the company of Kieran Daly, but I'll wait a while. The ball has been worked forward, and right now it's Peter Morgan working his way in, but he dispossessed, or not dispossessed, but he gave the ball as far as Cronin. The ball is across the in-line, and can it be kept in play? It is very, very close to the sideline. It is now out over the end-line, or sideline, and it is a line ball to Nemo Rangers right on the 13-metre line, and standing over it is Paul Kerrigan. The scoreboard says 8 points to 5 in favour of Ilen Rovers in the evening Echo Senior Football Championship. Under a big danger, one dropping in. It's on the edge of the square. Who's going to catch it? Nemo Rangers man is burring his way through. Did he hold on to it a fraction too long, I wonder? No, because he got it out, and then the kick coming in from Peter Morgan. Is it over the bar? It is over the bar from Peter Morgan. A superb score by him that pulls the margin down to one single solitary point. Nemo Rangers, they are 2 points, I should say. The Nemo Rangers, remember, they've been in tight battles in the past, particularly in the replay against Clonakilty. Well, particularly the first day against Clonakilty. They came back from that, and Jim, slowly but surely, they're well capable of grinding back the scoreboard. It's 8 points to 6.
Yes, Paddy, but in the first 16 minutes of the second half, Nemo have only succeeded in scoring 2 points, the same as Ilen Rovers. 2 great points from Brian O'Sullivan. So the game, it's going to, as you say, it's going to be a real battle to the end. 2 points, a dangerous lead, but an exciting game out there, Paddy, now at this stage.
Kick out is on its way, a bit of holding, a bit of pushing, and who's going on to the end of it, I wonder. It's an Ilen Rovers man trying to get down on top of the boot wind in there, and it's picked up by Nemo Rangers, but Faulkner Collins gets it, and Collins is trying to go to ground, shooting on the man after hanging, pulling the head off him there, but the referee says no, as they good play by Nemo Rangers, right corner back, Geary, and Geary wins it. The boot surely went in there, and there will be a free out to Nemo Rangers, and they should. The scoreboard says 8 points to 6 in favour of Ilen Rovers in the evening Echo Senior Football Championship final. The ball is played down the line, where it's gathered by Paul Kerrigan, operating out the field, onto the ever-improving David Niblock. Niblock has come to the 20-metre line, and he laid the ball out to Kerrigan. This is a defenseman, he moved. Kerrigan is coming forward. He kicks it off his right foot and over the bar from Paul Kerrigan, and that's a good score by the man who has kicked 5 points in this game, and certainly he heading for a man-of-the-match performance. 8 points to 7, 1 single point between the sides, and we have 13 minutes to go, Jim. Nemo Rangers back in business.
Yeah, Andy, well, 1 point now, 10 minutes to go. It's anyone's game. But as I said, the game overall so far has been very even. I'd say Ilen Rovers probably shading it, but the important 10 minutes are coming now, Paddy.
Kick out will be coming from the busier of the goalkeepers for the past couple of minutes. Gary Coakley from the edge or from the middle of the 20-metre line lets it out. The ball is caught in the middle of the park by Nemo Rangers man, and the Nemo Rangers man is David Niblock, in making a big impression in this game. Niblock with his left foot letting it up the line and running onto it is James Masters, who does a little bit of brain change. And now Peter Morgan has it. Daly has it, and that is Mick Daly. Mick Daly is in around the goal area. He holds the ball a little bit too long, and there's going to be a free out as John Wycherley is back there in an effort to keep the slate clean. And Daly is doing another. Now there are two Dalys playing here. One of them is a Coveman playing with Nemo Rangers, Mick Daly. The other is without doubt an Ilen Rovers man, and that's Kieran Daly. Has any man ever more difficulty with lacing boots? Some people would indicate to the ref that he's wasting a small bit of time in this match, but Kieran Daly will take this. Don't say he's going to kick it back to the goalkeeper. It's 8 points to 7 in favour of Ilen Rovers in the evening Ecosina Football Championship. He had to get it out under pressure. Underneath it is David Niblock. Niblock gathers it and certainly is making a big impression in this game before the ball is laid off to Sean O'Brien. Sean O'Brien coming to 20-metre line or 13-metre line, and Sean O'Brien has been sacked, and I would imagine that probably Ireland will make a switch around the middle of the park, because Niblock is certainly getting to grips there big time, I would suggest, as he is we're just looking down underneath it, and the free is going to be in. Paul Kerrigan is the player that's going to take it. 20 minutes gone in the second half, Jim, and Nemo Rangers slowly grinding into it, and the performance of David Niblock can't be underestimated.
No, David Niblock, I'd say in the last 3 or 4 balls out on the middle of the field since he moved out to midfield, he's won a few vital balls. Vital kick here for Paul Kerrigan. As I said, James Masters missed a kick something similar earlier from the other side.
It's Paul Kerrigan doing the business. This time he kicks it. It hits off the post and over the bar for Paul Kerrigan. It's another beautiful score by a man who has scored 6 points in the Cork Senior Football Final, and the sides are on co-score level with 10 minutes to go. Would Ilen Rovers have settled for this, I wonder, before they arrived up from the beautiful area that is theirs down in West Cork to be level? But the interesting thing and probably significant thing is that the last 3 scores have come from the boots of players wearing Nemo Rangers jersey. I know there's a sub coming on for the men of Ilen Rovers. It's Davin Whilly is the player that's coming on. Davin Whilly is coming on. Who's going to be asked to make way? We'll check that in a little moment now. But I would imagine, well, it's certainly not Breen O'Sullivan, it's probably Donny Duggan has been asked to make way, and he will receive a warm round of applause. Now is the time, I wonder. Any changes around the middle of the park? We'll check and we'll see. The kick out is on its way once again over there, and it's Nemo Rangers gathering possession again as they press the accelerator and walk down the line. Oh, good play by Alan Cronin, almost sold the dummy, but he's still out by the sideline before he gives the ball into Paul Kerrigan. Kerrigan is washing his way in, soling up and then coming back to the 20-metre line before he gives the lovely ball back as far as Alan Cronin, and Alan Cronin taught about the left, then used the right and over the bar, and Nemo Rangers are in the lead with Alan Cronin kicking his first point. The time to go into the lead surely is when there are 9 minutes left in the game, and Nemo Rangers now surely are looking good to win their 16th senior football title, and the first was back in 1972. Without any shadow, a little bit of a history, look at their history, and they say that the word Nemo means nobodies. Well, these guys, the nobodies, are certainly the kingpins of football, and they're gone into the lead at a crucial time, Jim.
Yeah, these are crucial moments again. Next score, crucial party. I think that it's important that they're on the middle of the field, as you said, Nemo taking over completely. They need to win a few balls out there.
And that they don't. It's with David Niblock once again. Niblock to the side of the field to Alan Cronin. Cronin, he has his brother outside him, Martin Cronin, who will give it to Derek Kavanagh. Derek Kavanagh, they do it so simply. Kavanagh is coming to the 20-metre line, and then he balloons it over the bar from Derek Kavanagh. What a score. He doesn't go to gesture to the crowd, he just knows that he has to do a job, and he put that one over the bar. There's a Nemo Rangers man down injured. The scoreboard, it's 10 points to 8 in the Cork Senior Football Championship final. And is it slipping away, I wonder, from Ilen Rovers? Certainly Nemo are coming good at the crucial stage, Jim.
They are indeed. All of a sudden, as you said earlier, David Niblock's moved to midfield. Also, Derek Kavanagh has come out to centre half back. He's picking up a lot of that ball out there. But Ilen Rovers, as you said, they scored 2 good points early in the second half. They've given their all through the game, so what they need to do is rise it for one last effort. But Nemo, being Nemo, they kept their heads the whole time. They kept playing their football. They made a lot of mistakes early on in the game, but all of a sudden their football is beginning to move for them, and they've got the last 5 scores in the trot.
5 scores on the top, and we wait for the kick out to come from the edge of the small square, the edge of the middle of the 20-metre line. Play held up at the moment because of an injury to one of the Nemo players. That has now been sorted out, and play will get underway, no doubt about that. And it has been the turn of Nemo Rangers scoring the 4 points or 5 points unanswered, and they go 2 ahead. Faulkner Collins tries to catch in the middle of the park. I thought there may have been a free in there for an incident on the ground, but the ball is with Nemo Rangers, and Derek Kavanagh is the player that gets it. This is good play by Kavanagh, giving it back the line where it comes as far as Martin Cronin, and Cronin now he gives possession back as far as Dylan Megan, and Dylan Megan a lovely ball up the line where it's won by Peter McDaly, and McDaly then funneling. John Wycherley carried a mighty tackle there, but the ball slipping to the ground, and Kieran Daly gets down on it, and he gives it as far as David Collin in as far as the full forward line, off the boot of Faulkner Collins, and Kevin O'Sullivan is on it. O'Sullivan knows that now is the time that they've got to do something special. They're trailing by 2, and Kevin O'Sullivan's kick goes out for a wide ball. He'll be so disappointed about that, but Nemo Rangers are the happy boys as they now move into cruise control. In the first round of the championship, Nemo Rangers defeated Ilen Rovers 320 to 111. Then it was through the backdoor system, but Ilen Rovers beat Douglas 13 points to 11. That a good result for them. It was the third round where Nemo Rangers do it Clonakilty the first day out, and the second day they beat them by a solitary point, 19 to 11 points. You get my point about close games. In that particular round, Ilen Rovers defeated CIT 114 to 6 points, and we watched the ball being won by Faulkner Collins in the middle of the park, not before they gave the ball away, and the ref said that he threw it, and there's a free to Nemo Rangers. Do Nemo Rangers want a free right now? The ball is behind, and the ball is won by Shane Holland. We'll watch and see what can happen. This one, Shane Holland giving it quickly as far as Conor O'Driscoll. Conor O'Driscoll moving forward. He's a player outside him, and he's still driving down the middle where this guy gets his strings full. And but the ball is intercepted, and the Nemo Rangers defence are equal to the challenge. In particular, Gerard O'Shea, and Gerard O'Shea works it out, and the play comes to Gary Murphy. Gary Murphy has been hard to the ground. The referee, I'm sure, is going to throw it in between a player from either side, but a chance for Ilen Rovers that just slipped away. They're trailing by 2, and there are 5 minutes left. Is there time for them, I wonder? Is there time for them to get back and get the 2 points? Probably need a goal to turn this match, because Nemo Rangers are the team that are playing all the good football right now. And a kick is coming in from Kevin O'Sullivan, and it's over the bar from Kevin O'Sullivan. Is third of the game, and the margin is down to 1. And there's John Wycherley is in serious agony over there. Well, did he give it his all when he was on that pitch? And Wycherley is down, and I'm sure that the way he is, that he can't play any more part in this game. But the Ilen Rovers needed that one badly, Jim.
They did a great, very well taken score by Kevin O'Sullivan. Nemo had the ball, tried to play the ball, fisted pass back, intercepted by Kevin O'Sullivan. Crucial score, Paddy, because it's a 1 point game again, and maybe what's the chance of getting a draw out of this game?
Alan Holland has been introduced into the Ilen Rovers forward line. The 17-year-old Leaving Cert student has been asked to take on the metal that was occupied once by none other than John Wycherley, who certainly gave it his all while he was there. It's 10 points to 9, and we have 4 minutes of normal time, and I would imagine that we'll have at least 4 minutes of injury time in this match, if not a little bit more, because down there at the moment, Wycherley's in some pain. They're in no rush to take him off. They know that his off is coming, as the 3 selectors down there for Ilen Rovers, and that is Flora O'Driscoll. What a serve, and what an outstanding individual here, and Jason Willie and Dominic Casey. They've had their last conflab, and is there any more in their tanks as they goes out, and there's a war there with Faulkner Collins in the middle of the park. And we wait and see. There's still the reason the play, as I said, held up here is because of the injury, the sustained injury of to John Wycherley, and I would imagine that they're just waiting to make sure that they don't do any damage, any further damage, if that's possible, in moving him from that position up there right now. And we see as the subs that have been brought on, when we write about that one, as Sean Casey has been introduced. Sean Casey has come on. Now, I'm not too sure, as there another Ilen Rovers player that's been asked to make way for the moment. Sean Casey is coming into the Ilen Rovers side, and I'm not too sure who the player is going off. Jim, maybe you've seen that better than I have.
it's quite possibly this could be on account of the injury to John Wycherley. I think John Wycherley will probably have to go off the field. It may be a change for John Wycherley at this stage, but I'm not too sure, Paddy.
Well, there's absolutely no doubt it's John Wycherley. I'm just looking at the other player that may have been asked to make way for a moment. It matters nothing. There are, I don't know how much time is left. There are 2 minutes of normal time, but whatever you're having yourself in terms of injury time, the stretcher has been called out. And I noticed that Flurry O'Driscoll is taking a phone call. I don't know for what part of the world he's taking it right now. Maybe it is from heaven. It's 10 points to 9. Finn Barrow Donovan is asked to take a break from proceedings right now as things are held up. But Jim, it's very hard now to look beyond Nemo Rangers.
Well, I think the game is probably well set up now for draw, Party, at this stage. Ilen Rovers a point down, but they're on the attack to kick out now from Nemo. Nemo have, I suppose, since the 16-minute last quarter now of the game taken over completely. But Ilen Rovers just got a important point back, only 1 point down. Takes Patna Collins to win another big ball in the middle of the field. They have a very big chance to get back in. As we said, there's possibly only 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, so there possibly will be at least 3 or 4 minutes injury time at this stage.
Yeah, the referee has told the umpire about told the 4th official and the 5th official as to how much injury time we're going to have in this match, and we wait for that magic ball to come through. The kick out is on its way from none other than Breen Morgan, and Morgan drives it. Not Breen Morgan, yes it is, and he kicks it down as the ball is breaking in the middle of the pack. Running onto it is Brian O'Sullivan to Kevin O'Sullivan on the 20-metre line. He gives it inside to Shane Holland, and not Shane Holland, he's a brother of his. It matters nothing what his name is, we'll check in a minute. The player in question was Alan Holland. My apologies to the Holland family. There are a couple of minutes of injury time, somebody's trying to tell me, but Brian O'Sullivan is boring his way in. He's onto the 20-metre line. Is he fouled, I wonder? And the referee, they are not giving a free in, and the ball is being walked out by, and the ref then blows his whistle and gives a free out to Nemo Rangers. There are 4 minutes of injury time, and we are about to start the countdown of the Cork Senior Football Championship final. 4 minutes, we've got the 30 have elapsed. You want the scoreboard, there's a point between them. Nemo Rangers are in the lead in the Cork Senior Football Championship final of 2007. The kick out is coming. The free is out from Breen Morgan. If you're from Ilen Rovers, it probably is a rough time to be. Well, is it a rough time to be their supporter? As the ball has been taken forward. Derek Kavanagh, great play by Derek Kavanagh down the line, and it's won down below by John Sheehy, and Sheehy gives it quickly to his brother Edward Sheehy. Edward Sheehy across here where Shane Holland has it. Shane Holland gives it to none other than Conor O'Driscoll, and Conor O'Driscoll has been dispossessed on the Nemo Rangers 45-metre line. Mick Daly has it. Daly's holding it up. Is there any such thing as a fellow over carrying? I wonder that free maybe is Nemo Rangers are playing it so cute, holding on, and there's 3 minutes of injury time, and the man that has it is Martin Cronin. Martin Cronin to Alan Cronin, back into the left corner back, and that's Niall Geary, the team captain from County Waterford. Nemo Rangers are holding on to great possession as they hold on to a 1 point lead in the Cork Senior Football Championship final. They have 5 players gone down the left wing. Can you imagine if they spotted one of them? They will now, and it's Gerard O'Shea holding it up. They're playing a thing called keep ball in Páirc Uí Chaoimh as the ball breaks, and it's Holland that has it once again. Alan Holland, and he gives it out as far as he thought about going for it. He's thinking about going for it now. He has gone for it, but unfortunately for him and all of Ilen Rovers, it has gone out for a wide ball, and there's another Ilen Rovers player down injured on the far side of the field. Will the play be held up one more time? Yes, I think it will, as the referee trots across there. There's an Ilen Rovers player injured. I'm not too sure. I'll just check in a second. I see Faulkner. I certainly see him, but there's some player injured over there. Johnny Holland is calling for the medical staff to come across. Is there another sub, I wonder, to be brought on by Ilen Rovers to hold and get the 1 point that they need? It's 10 points to 9 in the Cork Senior Football Championship final, and Jim Nolan, it's a tough time to be an Ilen Rovers supporter right now.
It is indeed, and we've got maybe 2 minutes left. I think Edward Sheehy has scored a chance like that. It was an easy chance. I'd say it was probably 40 metres out the wing, but he can kick those kind of scores, and he was right to have a go for it. It's an amazing statistic from this game. James Masters yet to score for it. You're going into injury time in a game for Nemo Rangers to show you the good work that's been done by Nemo on him. He missed possibly a free. He should have scored earlier, but he hasn't really had any chances in this game.
Yeah, he was matched by Kieran Daly earlier on. He's now marked by Nemo Driscoll in this match. And James Masters, well, It matters nothing who does the scoring. What matters at the end of this match is what the final whistle, what the final score will be. It's 10 points to 9 as Timmy Dalton moves up and down the line, urging his side on, telling Kerrigan, get out in midfield, we need you out there. And the man that was injured was David Collin. He will resume his part for the remainder of this game. Is there another score, I wonder, in Ilen Rovers to tie it up? We're 4 minutes into injury time and the kick out is coming on its way off the boot, and over there breaking it down, and it has a Brian O'Sullivan. Faulkner Collins drops it on the ground, and can they hold on to it? I wonder. There's the ball is bobbling all over the place, but Derek Kavanagh has it, and Derek Kavanagh is trying to get out with it, and the referee blows the whistle and gives a free out. I think the chance of disappearing for Ilen Rovers now is Nemo Rangers and Dylan Meagan going down the line. Nemo Rangers are they about to win their 16th title, and the ball is in the middle of the park. Shane Holland is underneath it, but coming from it is Diarmuid Duggan, and Duggan has been dispossessed, and away come Nemo Rangers. James Masters has it. He gives it to Alan Cronin. Alan Cronin coming forward, and he's giving a real good ball across, but it's cut out there, and Ilen Rovers have possession. They're trailing by a point as they bring the ball to their own 45-metre line. Shane Holland has brought it to the 65-metre line, and over there is Daly, but Daly did the interception and just walked forward up the field as far as Holland, but unfortunately screwed off his boot. The goalkeeper is out, and he gathers it, and Nemo Rangers have gathered possession once again. There's a Nemo Rangers spot. Ilen Rovers player down the middle of the park. Ilen Rovers are trailing by a point, 10 points to 9 in the Cork Senior Football Championship final. Martin Cronin, and he spots his brother to the side of the field here, and his brother will gather it, and he'll probably kick the insurance point as he bears down the middle. He puts it onto his left foot, and he kicks it inside and over the bar, and the title surely now belongs to the men of Nemo Rangers as they lead on a scoreline of 11 points to 9. As we come to the concluding stage of this game, and Faulkner Collins has eventually to succumb to injury as he makes his way off, and Brendan Duggan, another one of that can, is being asked to come onto the pitch and try and do something and bring Ilen Rovers 5 minutes. 5 minutes of injury time have been played. 5 minutes of injury time, and we're looking here now, and Dylan Meagan has it. Dylan Meagan walking forward, he gives it quickly as far as Kerrigan, and Kerrigan is at a point of supreme quality, and Jimmy Kerrigan's son has kicked another point. He has 7 points in the Cork Senior Football Championship final as they go into a 12-9 lead, and surely now the ref will look at the watch for the very last time, as time has almost evaporated. Is there any other shot of time in it, I wonder? Nemo Rangers on their way to their 16th title. They have won it in style. They have beaten Ilen Rovers, but the Ilen men gave it their all while they were out there, Jim Nolan. It may not have been the greatest game of football of all time, but certainly Ilen Rovers answered the call big time, and they held with their more illustrious neighbours and their more illustrious opponents until the very concluding stage of this match.
It's fair to say, Paul, that for, I would say, 15 minutes this game, Ilen Rovers were probably the better team, just about unbalanced better team, but well, maybe for 40 minutes, but the last 20 minutes when Nemo upped it, they got 5 or 6 points in play. They finished like true champions. They never panicked. They kept playing their game. They were making mistakes early on. Ilen Rovers pressurised them all over the field. I was probably one of the people probably all the week saying that I gave Ilen Rovers a great chance in this game, and they really proved their worth out there. They were unlucky. In the end, they could have gone for a draw. Nemo's comeback deserved it. Their experience deserved it. But Ilen Rovers, from his credit, they were absolutely superb out there.
Finbar McCarthy, obviously, I don't know what you thought of it as a game of football, but certainly it was close for long periods.
Yeah, it was disappointing for a while. The standard of football wasn't great, Paddy, but I think great credit due to Ilen Rovers for the performance they put up. I think they were written off, which was probably the ideal position for them to be coming into the match. But I think at the end of the day, what happened was they played at such a high level of intensity that it caught up for them in the end. They just ran out of steam, and as Jim rightly said, the Nemo never panicked. They made good switches at half time. Derek Kavanagh, who I think is going to be named man of the match, went to midfield. They started winning breaking ball around the middle, picked off a couple of nice points, but I never panicked, and I mean, you just have to hand it to them. I mean, 8 points to 5 down, 16 minutes gone in the second half, and remember, they won, and James Masters didn't score.
Yeah, an intriguing aspect of the game, but Ilen Rovers came at them at the very start. They played a really pressure game in the first half, but I suppose as you so rightly pointed out, they were bound to maybe run out of steam, and the cutest that is Nemo Rangers, the experience they have gained maybe from close matches they had in earlier parts of the competition, particularly in the Clonakilty match, saw them over the line on this occasion once again.
Yeah, and it's hard to imagine that Ilen Rovers lost by 3 points, probably, because with 2 or 3 minutes into injury time, they actually had a chance of drawing level, and the ball broke. The little breaks didn't go their way near the end. That might have given them the chance to draw level, and Nemo finished off with some great points. But I think on balance, probably Nemo, the way they finished, deserved it. But as I said to Florrie just during the week, they were beaten by 15 or 16 points back in April by this very same team, and to get to a county final is tremendous credit on them, and they'll be very, very disappointed. Huge effort, but at the end of the day, I suppose the better team probably shaded it.
Yeah, we say thanks to Finbar McCarthy and indeed Jim Nolan, who provided our analysis for this particular county final. They came, they saw, and the Nemo Rangers men conquered to win their 16th senior football title. Rory, it finished here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh on a scoreline of Nemo Rangers 12 points, Ilen Rovers 9. For the moment, Paddy Palmer handing back to you in the studio.
And a huge thank you, of course, to Paddy Palmer, Jim Nolan, and indeed to Finbar McCarthy. They really are a great and wonderful club, Nemo Rangers, beating Ilen Rovers in the Evelyn County Senior Football Final, landing their 16th title. What a record. Nemo Rangers 12 points, Ilen Rovers 9 points.
I've paid my dues.